Now let's see about nested structure. So a nested structure or a structure can be nested structure can be placed within another structure. For example, a structure can be placed within another structure. That is, structure may contain another structure as its member. Okay, one structure contains another structure as its member. Such a structure that contains another structure as its member is called nested structure. It is like structure inside structure. Okay. So this is here we have an example for that. A simple example. The program defines the structure named student, which has members, roll number, fees, and date of birth, DO. Okay. Um, So the two nested structures are there here, two nested structures. One is name and date. So we can define the structure like this as well. If we are using type def, we can use a structure or a defined structure or in this manner as well. So type def struct. So name, we are using name and date define the represent the name and date of birth. So data. So next up we have and define the structure. Okay, the main structure student is defined, which contains the members of the nested structure along with additional names. So it contains the members of the nested structure. We can see here we have name and we have date of birth as well. Okay, and we can also contains the additional members like a course and fees, float fees. Then inside the main of function, a variable for a student is declared. So struct student std1. So using that, values assigned. Okay. So values are assigned using a stud1 nested structure. For example, stud1 name dot name is another structure. Stud1 dot name dot first name Janak. Okay. We have to take the variables of the main structure, then a nested structure name, then a member. Okay, STUD1 name structure and mid name of Raj, and STUD1 course BCA like. Okay, we are assigning a value like that. Okay, then at the last we can display these things. Okay, STUD1 date of birth is equal to 50. STUD1 date of birth is 9. So we have one simple program again. Write a program to read and display the information of a student using a structure within the structure. Okay, it's again an example for a nested structure. So we have what? We have one is DOB and another one is structure student. Okay, right? One is DOB. So inside the structure student, we have our another structure. It's a DOB. We mentioned the DOB here. Okay, structure DOB date. Okay, structure DOB date. Here we are not using type def. That's why we are not mentioning here. Okay, we are directly writing. We are normally writing the structure, and we are declaring a variable for that struct inside the main structure, that is student. For the student structure, we are declaring here the variable. Okay. Two structures, like here we can see two structures, DOB and the student. The student structure contains the members of type DOB for storing date of birth. Okay. In the main function, a variable stud1 of type student is declared, store student details. So what happens here? The program prompts the user to enter the roll number. So stud1 dot roll number. So enter the name stud1 dot name. As we know, enter the fees stud1 dot fees. Enter the date of birth. Um, so in date of birth structure, what are the things members we have? Day, month, and year. So we are directly giving here, okay, entering the value. How we are entering the value? stud1 dot date dot date. Okay, stud1 and structure name and member name. stud1 dot structure substructure name and member name. This is the main structure, substructure, and again member. Okay, now we are printing those values. stud1 dot roll number, stud1 dot date. Okay, this is the main structure, substructure, and the members. Okay, and the program displays the details of student using printf. Next up, we have arrays of structure. The general syntax of declaring an array of structure can be given as struct, struct name, struct var of index. One is struct name, struct var of index, struct student of stud 30, stud 30. How we are declaring this one? So the program, what the program is doing, the program defines the structure name student. Okay, structure name student to represent the student information. An array of structures named stud is declared to store information for 30 students. Okay, what happens here? An array of structure named stud is declared to store the information of 30 members. The general syntax for this is a general syntax for what? Declaring an array of structures. Okay, array of structure. Now to assign the value to the ith student of the class, we write student I dot studi. So member is studi dot roll number 09, studi dot name Rashi. Okay, an array of structure named stud is declared. So value are assigned to the members of the first student index of 0 in the array using the subscript 0. So like that, for the ith student, it's studi dot roll number, studi dot name, studi dot course, studi dot fees. So we are assigning a value to the ith student here.